Good evening, guys. Welcome to the first video of the season, and I'll just do a quick explainer as to what we're going to do this year. We're going to cut down the number of videos that we do, so it's only going to be sort of one a month, maybe two, and it's just going to be a quick roundup of the tables and not particularly concentrating on the results or the fixtures. So it's going to be once a month, maybe twice a month, to round up on the tables and the stats. I'm going to go through the leagues just to have a quick look at them and tell you how I think they're going to go this year. Northern League, I'm looking at the top there. I'm expecting that to be between Garstang and Netherfield at the top. Garstang are recruiting as are Netherfield, and my wild card to possibly break through is Kendal. They're a good all-round side. They've got a strong pro this year in former Morecambe pro. Hopefully he fits in better at Kendal than he did at Morecambe. And down at the bottom, I worry for Vernon Carers. I really do. They're having the ground redeveloped by the council, but I really worry for them. So I think they're going to struggle. I think Fulwood are going to struggle as well. Unfortunately, it's their time to go back down again. And probably St Anne's, even though they've got a good captain, he's a good all-rounder. He probably should be pro, should Tom, really, to be fair, in a local club. Remains to be seen whether they're professional. Who I think they've got a spinner. Remains to be seen whether he fits in well or not. Chorley, I think, are going to be all right because they've got a former Test player as pro. They've also got Brett Pelser there, so he might play a few games, so they'll be all right. So I think at the top, Garstang, Netherfield, Kendal, and at the bottom, St Anne's, Fulwood, Vernon's. Palace Shield, this is a bit more interesting. There's 12 teams in this year. I think, personally, there's only 3 that you can discount from winning it, but I'm going to have a go. So at the top, Fleetwood, they've got the pedigree, Northern League pedigree. They've been in the Northern League. It's the first time down in the Palace Shield. I think they've got Atik there as head coach. Maybe he'll play a couple of games. I don't know. He's a good player. He's a good coach. I don't always see eye to eye with him, as most of you'll know, but he'll definitely benefit them. Barrow, I think I saw them a couple of times last year. If their young lads are getting a bit stronger, they might be all right. And Thornton Cleveland, now they were 5th last year, but they had 2 more games rained off than everybody else. So they're dead unlucky. It's only 2 points for a rained off in the Palace Shield. And if they'd won both those games, or got, say they'd got an extra 15 points out of the 2 games, they'd have gone up. So I think Thornton Cleveland's 3rd. Down at the bottom, Eccleston and Croston, they're poor at getting bonus points. They're going to be the bottom 2, I think. Great Eccleston, they managed to keep away from relegation, but they only had 2 rained off. They were lucky. So I think at the top, Fleetwood, Barrow and Thornton Cleavers. Down at the bottom, Eccleston, Croston and Great Eccleston. That's how that's going to be, I think. I think the rest of the teams today can give a chance for everyone. It'd be interesting to see how Torrey's home and how Exton get on. But there's sides like Penwitham, Morecambe, Kirkham and Wesham. They're all going to be expecting to do well. So I think really it's between 9. Then the Westland League, which I think is easiest to look at. Top 3, I think, writes itself. Heysham, Shireshead and Sedgwick. We've said previously Heysham were clear second behind Carnforth. The Shireshead are a good side. Sedgwick have got developing youngsters. I've heard they've got a new player as well. It's under wraps at the minute, but that'll be a big coup for them. So I'm expecting them to do that. Westgate are always there and thereabouts. Aging Arnside, you can never tell. But Adam can't hold them together forever. So Heysham, Shireshead and Sedgwick at the top. Down at the bottom, I've got to put Bear at the bottom now. They got relegated last year, but there's only 1 relegated. They'd have been adrift at the bottom there, but they were saved. Newly promoted Kirby Lonsdale, I think they're going to struggle. A friend of mine thinks they're going to be all right, but I think they're going to struggle. James Royce and Harvey Williams, they rely on them too much. Harvey's a brilliant bat and James Royce is a good all-rounder. They rely on them too much. They're struggling. And Burnside, it's their time to go. Teams like Wharton and Milnthorpe, they're going to be all right mid-table. So I think that's that. Heysham, Shireshead, Sedgwick, Burnside, Kirby Lonsdale and Bear at the bottom. So looking at what we're going to do, we'll probably do a pre-season show just to preview the thing with any information that I've got. I might do that. And then probably once every couple of weeks, we'll look at the league tables and the stats: batting, bowling, wicket keeping, and fielding. I'm not going to have time to do the fixtures and the rundown of results this year for one or two reasons. So that's what that's going to be. Interesting that leagues in the main start on the 23rd of April, but the Westland League, they do have some games on the 16th, so that'll be interesting to watch. There's some friendlies, of course, on the 16th, and other leagues that you might want to go to. The Huddersfield League, the Bradford League, and the North Yorkshire and South Durham League all start on the 16th. Some decent games there, not too far away. Barnard Castle are at home. They've got a really good player that clubs should be looking at as a pro, Carl Carver. He got 900 runs and 77 wickets last year, and he wasn't the pro, and it's a good league. And so the North Yorkshire South Durham League, the Bradford League, and the Huddersfield League. There's a game at Delph. They play their first game at home on the 16th. That's interesting to watch, Delph and Dobcross. So that's all. That's all that signed off. Please be aware, Palace Shield at 1 o'clock starts this year. Westland League starts at 2 o'clock. Be interesting to see how Carnforth get on in the Palace Shield. They've gone in at the second level. They're expecting to romp it. I think they probably will. But we won't be reporting on them. We'll just be reporting on the Northern League, the Palace Shield and the Westland League top divisions. Thanks for watching, guys.